Welcome back to my inner sanctum. I'm your hostess, Countess Elizabeth, mistress of the macabre. Encounters with elephants and people are sometimes known to be dangerous. They can be unpredictable towards humans. Although elephants aren't always dangerous, I wanted to talk about 3 instances where elephants have attacked and killed people in a rage. Although some of these cases, the elephants were justified in their behavior, people still have to realize that they're still wild animals who will defend themselves and not act outside their nature. So let's go see the elephants, possibly at the circus, or in their natural habitat, so we can explore our grotesque curiosity. The first infamous elephant we will cover is that of a rogue bull elephant named Osama bin Laden. Yes, that's the elephant's real name. Osama bin Laden was responsible for at least 27 deaths and destructions of property in the jungled Sonipur district of the Indian state of Assam. After a 2-year rampage from 2004 to 2006, the elephant was eventually shot, but some were doubtful that the correct animal was killed. At the time of the attacks, the elephant was thought to be about 45 to 50 years old. He was measured between 2.7 and 3 meters, 9 and 10 feet tall. He was given the status of a rogue elephant in the summer of 2006 after his death toll reached double figures. The elephant was said not to fear firecrackers or fire. During his attacks, he killed 27 people in the state of Assam, including 14 over the course of 6 months prior to his death. The state capital, Guwahati, is 240 kilometers, 150 miles southwest of Bahali, near Tezpur. The province has an estimated population of 5,300 Asiatic elephants. In northeastern India, humans and elephant conflicts have become problematic. Expansion of human activities and destruction of elephants' natural habitat has resulted in the elephants foraging for food where humans are situated. From 2001 to 2006 in Assam, more than 250 people were killed by elephants. However, distraught villagers killed 268 elephants, mainly by poisoning. Indian officials issued a shoot-to-kill directive in mid-December 2006. On December 18th, it was announced that the elephant, Osama bin Laden, had been traced to a tea plantation near Belhali, a town 140 kilometers or 90 miles northwest of Guwahati. Local villagers used drums and fire to trap the elephant in a corner of the plantation. He was approached by hunter Dimpin Pukan. However, once the elephant realized what was about to happen, he charged the hunter, who killed him rapidly as he approached. Fukan said, "It was charging towards me, and I kept firing. Another few yards and it would have run me over." It had been identified as Osama bin Laden, as Osama bin Laden was not known to have tusks. However, officials were concerned that it was not the right elephant, with the death taking place a considerable distance, 80 kilometers or 50 miles, from where he had been seen previously. Forestry officials were accused of killing an innocent elephant, while conservation groups were concerned about the possibility of revenge attacks by other elephants of the same herd. Which sounds horrifying. I guess it's true that an elephant never forgets, and I guess also they take revenge. In 2008, another elephant, also named Osama bin Laden, caused more than over 11 fatalities and dozens of injuries. He was shot dead in Jharkhand. The next case is that of Mary the elephant. Mary, also known as Murderous Mary, was a 5-ton Asiatic elephant who performed in the Sparks world-famous shows circus. On September 11, 1916, a homeless man named Red Eldridge, who had landed a job as a transient hotel clerk, was hired as an elephant keeper by the Sparks world-famous show circus. He was killed by Mary in Sullivan City, Tennessee, on the following evening. Although unqualified, Eldridge led the elephant parade, riding atop Mary's back. Mary was the star of the show, walking in the front. There have been several accounts about Eldridge's death. One recounted by W.H. Coleman, who claims to be a witness, that Eldridge prodded her ear with a hook after she reached down to nibble on a watermelon rind. Mary went into a rage, snatched Eldridge with her trunk, threw him against a drink stand, and stepped on his head, crushing it. A contemporary newspaper account from the Johnson City staff said that Mary collided its trunk vice-like with Eldridge's body, lifting him 10 feet in the air, then dashed him with fury to the ground, and with full force of her beastly fury, is said to have sunk her giant tusks entirely through his body. The animal then trampled the dying form of Eldridge as if seeking murderous triumph, then with a sudden swing of her massive foot hurled his body into the crowd. The details of the aftermath are confused in a maze of sensationalist newspaper stories and folklore. Most accounts indicate that she calmed down afterwards and didn't charge onlookers, who began chanting, "Kill the elephant, let's kill it." Within minutes, local blacksmith Hench Cox tried to kill Mary, firing 5 rounds with little effect. Meanwhile, the leaders of several nearby towns threatened not to have the circus visit if Mary was included. The circus owner, Charlie Sparks, reluctantly decided that the only way to quickly resolve the potential ruinous situation was to kill the wounded elephant in public. On the following day, a foggy and rainy September 13, 1916, Mary was transported by rail to Unicoi County, Tennessee, where a crowd of 2,500 people, including most of the town's children, assembled in the Clinchfield Railroad Yard. The elephant was hanged by the neck from a railcar-mounted industrial derrick between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock that afternoon. The first attempt resulted in a snapped chain, causing Mary to fall and break her hip as dozens of children fled in terror. The severely wounded elephant died during the second attempt and was buried beside the tracks. A veterinarian examined Mary after the hanging and determined that she had a severely infected tooth on the precise spot where Eldridge had prodded her, so that could be the reason why she flipped out on him. The last elephant attack we will look into is that of an elephant named Tyke. Tyke was a female African bush elephant from Mozambique who experienced many years of abuse and torture. On August 20th, 1994, during a performance at the Niels Blaisdell Center, she managed to escape, killing her trainer Alan Campbell and seriously injuring her groomer Dallas Beckwith in the process. Tyke had been involved in 3 incidents prior to the attack of August 1994. On April 21st, 1993, Tyke escaped through the front door of the Altoona, Pennsylvania Hoffa Shrine Center during a performance, remaining untethered for an hour. The rampage caused more than $14,000 in damage. An affidavit obtained from the circus worker by the USDA the following day stated that Tyke had also attacked a tiger trainer. On July 23, 1993, Tyke ran amok at the North Dakota State Fair in Minot, North Dakota, trampling and injuring a handler and frightening the crowd as she ran uncontrolled for 25 minutes. According to USDA and Canadian law enforcement documents, while a Hawthorne elephant named Tyke was performing at the Tarzan Zerbini Circus, the elephant handler was observed beating the single-tusk elephant in public, to the point where the elephant was screaming and bending down on 3 legs to avoid being hit. When the handler walked by the elephant after this, the elephant screamed and veered away, demonstrating fear from the man's presence. On August 20th, 1994, during a performance at the Circus International in Honolulu, Hawaii, Tyke trampled and critically injured her groomer, Dallas Beckwith, throwing him around numerous times in the process before killing her trainer, Alan Campbell, who was knocked to the ground, dragged and crushed to death under Tyke's massive trunk after he attempted to save Beckwith from being trampled to death during the attack. She then charged out of the arena and onto the streets outside. She additionally attacked and nearly crushed a publicist, Steve Hirano, who had tried to stop her from escaping from the circus parking lot. A nearby police officer, seeing the attack, fired multiple shots in the direction of the elephant, distracting her and causing her to flee away from Hirano. After a half hour of chasing Tyke down, local police officers fired 86 shots at the 8,000-pound elephant. Tyke finally collapsed from the numerous wounds and died. Well, that was truly a grotesque tale. What is truly sad about these cases is that the elephants were being punished for being elephants. Although the first case was not in a circus, it shows that there's an encroachment on places elephants live and the growing population of people. The last 2 instances to me just seem like they're just killing elephants for not wanting to be in the circus. They're wild animals. They're not domesticated. They seem to be under a lot of abuse. Hopefully there is a solution to how circuses treat their animals. May the souls of the people and the elephants that died rest in peace. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, like, and share if you would also like to keep exploring our grotesque curiosity. We'll meet again in the darkness of the night.